Hi guys, Jessica here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I pose my models during photo shoots, what tips I would give to you guys, and all that good stuff. So let's get started, shall we? This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Being a photographer, it's so important for me to have my work and brand displayed professionally online, and Squarespace really makes it easy to do that. They have features that make it simple to use for anyone looking to claim a domain, build a website, or market their brand. They also have beautiful templates for a wide range of projects, plus 24/7 award-winning customer support if you ever need it. You can also create an online store to sell products like presets, or you can even sell a service. So check out squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Jessica to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. With that being said, let's get back into the video. Although I'm not showing you guys, a model posing right now for this video, I do want to talk about important points, little tips I would give you guys. And don't worry you guys, because there will be a more thorough posing tutorial with an actual model in a photo shoot situation coming very, very soon. That's definitely planned. But for now, I do want to talk about some important points on my thought process behind how I pose my models. So if you're new here or you just stumbled across my video because you're looking for some posing tips for your next photo shoot, welcome. My name is Jessica. I'm a photographer from Detroit, and I'm going to show you guys some of my photography and my posing so you can get an idea of the kind of style I have, what I like to photograph, and what I'm going to be talking about in this video in terms of posing. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite pictures. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is study posing for photography. And I know it sounds kind of silly, like, we're not in school anymore, but class is in session today. You got to get 100% in this class or you fail everything. But it's no pressure though. You can do this in so many different ways. You can look at editorials from magazines. You can look at advertisements, how they're posing their models, like especially for certain types of advertisements. For jewelry, for purses, how, they're structuring the hand. You can use that, even though you're not doing that type of photography, you can always use certain elements of each type of genre in the photography that you're doing. So for instance, for me, fashion posing, I would be looking at editorials, how the models are placed, like angles and stuff like that. And some of my clients like that type of look, so I would be inspired by some of that fashion posing to do my wedding photography. It doesn't have to directly correlate with what you're going into, but I think that having that knowledge in the back of your mind will help, especially in a situation like you just gotta come up with a pose. You're always gonna have all these ideas versus, oh, I only know how to do this type of posing. So knowing more is better than knowing only like one thing. So the more, the better. And one thing that's very interesting to me is looking at older paintings, how the subjects are posed. I think it's very interesting. You can also use that as an inspiration. You can look at magazines, again, editorials. You can look at posing online. You can go on Pinterest and type in like wedding poses. I think just seeing what is out there and then tweaking it to make it your own, it will be very helpful. And again, you just need to kind of learn all of that and have that knowledge. So when you're in a situation like, you guys know weddings are chaotic, and you have to just know the posing off the top of your head. You can't expect the client to always know like where to place their arm. So you have to kind of know how to place that, what the best angle is. And you got to be quick about it. So studying that is going to be so helpful. You will be more confident when you know your stuff. I think there's also this misconception with professional models that like, oh, I don't have to say anything, like they should know what they're doing, all that stuff. Yeah, that's true to a certain extent. This is their job. They do know how to pose, but at the same time, they're not seeing what you're seeing behind the camera. So it's also your job to direct and also refine their posing. So if you see something like an elbow that, maybe for them it's a natural pose and it's a good pose, maybe the angle that you're taking it at, it doesn't look that good. So you have to be the one to be like, nope, you should just bring this elbow out. So you have to, but the thing is, you won't know that if you're not studying the poses and if you don't know what looks good and what doesn't. You have to learn all of that. So don't rely on the clients, don't rely on the models for all of that. Really, you gotta take responsibility, okay? Take the reins. It's like Santa Claus, you know, the reindeers don't drive do they drive the sleigh by them? Do they just take control, or does he do anything? GPS? No? Santa? Got a lot of houses. That's how I would figure. I think it would be helpful. There's not enough good lighting. There's not enough fireworks or butterflies that are gonna save a bad pose. I'll tell you that. You can tweak the lighting, you can Photoshop in the fireworks, but you can't, like, what are you gonna do if like the pose is like bad? You know, Photoshop another person in? Don't try that, you guys, please. So the next thing I would tell you guys is to remember to create shapes. So sometimes when we're doing a photo shoot, we really do get carried away. We're really excited. We're shooting a cool model in a cool location and we're just snapping away, but we're not really paying attention to the posture or what's going on, like the clothing, all that stuff. And sometimes it happens. You're in the zone. You got tunnel vision. Or for me, it's like a little straw vision, like a tiny straw. And I'm just focused on that. And then I look back and then like an eyelash is coming off the whole time. I didn't even notice because I was so focused on just taking pictures. And a lot of the time, I think people, when they're taking portraits, they're like, oh, it's not gonna show, like she can just stand there. But actually, it will show. So I'm gonna use myself as an example real quickly. As you can see, arms are down. You know, if you were to take a portrait of me, it would be something like this. If I were to just move my shoulder or even bring my arm kind of like this, you can see it already is changing the shape. Again, arms would be down. This is the shape. Arms up. Or maybe I would have a model do something like this, you know, it just changes the overall shape. So you might be thinking, hey, it's a portrait, none of this is gonna show, it's not gonna matter, but it will, okay? It doesn't, you're not gonna see it right away, but it matters. I wanna show you guys an example of creating a shape, even though you're in such a basic area. Like I took a picture of my friend Tashi on some stairs, and sometimes it can be hard to think of poses on the spot for something so basic like literally stairs. It's all about just having the model move around until you kind of find what's right and then just tweak it a little bit. So I want to show you guys the different types of poses that we did on the set of stairs and then the final image that I picked, so you guys can get an idea of what I mean by creating shape. So roll the slideshow. It's just gonna be me clipping this in. As far as my walking shots go, those are some of my favorite shots to take. They can be the most difficult too, because you have someone who's like actually moving and you gotta move with them, or you gotta stay in one spot and just be able to move quickly. Have a good shutter speed also. For these types of shots, I usually will either stand in one spot and then just take pictures as they're walking, or I will actively walk along with the model. And these are two different ways to tackle it. I'm sure there's like a billion other ways you can do this. For me, I like to just get a variety of shots, and I usually have the models do this numerous times. So it's not just like, okay, walk one time, well, maybe we got it. No, I make them do it over again. And also what I'll do is as they're walking back to redo that pose, I'll take pictures of them walking back, or I'll have them walk backwards. The last tip I'm going to give you guys, and it is the most important tip of all, and I really hope you guys apply this to every single one of your photo shoots and actually in your everyday life, is to not be rude. And I know when you're hearing this, you're gonna be like, oh, well, yeah, duh, like that's, why would you even tell us that? But let me tell you guys how many times I've heard from models that they work with mean photographers who say, you know, rude remarks, that they're not posing well, the photographer is not giving them positive reinforcement, or even talking to them, they're not directing them or communicating with them if they're doing a good job. And then that's going to be a problem, because If the model is uncomfortable during the photo shoot, doesn't like you, doesn't have a good connection with you, you're not gonna get good pictures no matter, she could be a supermodel, professional model. If she just doesn't like you, like, okay, your pictures will be decent, but you're not gonna get the best possible picture. Positive reinforcement will help your photo shoots. And even, let's say the model's not even doing a great job, like maybe they're not the best at posing, that's okay. Positive reinforcement will still give them that confidence that they need to do better during the photo shoot. When the model's cool with you, it's gonna show in the pictures. You're gonna get the best pictures possible. You could be like really close. Oh my gosh, she's... Do I even need to be here? Do you want me to just put this on tripod? Tasha's one of my favorite models because well, first of all, she's gorgeous, she's funny, she's smart.
Oh,
she's
you
amazing.
too.
I'm not just saying that, seriously.
Thank you.
And she's amazing at posing. And she has good taste in music.
You're like the same person though, really.
We kind of are, yeah. Great job. Beautiful, good job. Love these poses. But
I would say like senior pictures every time. That's what you do.
Senior pictures, yeah, it's true.
So cute. Senior pictures.
It's true.
And we're like, oh.
You look really
in
good
a ballet outfit.
Even if you know all the poses in the world, if you can't communicate well and you're not a nice person, it's not gonna be a good shoot for you no matter what, sorry. People are so fixated on technical things and getting the best light and all this stuff that they forget that you're working with other human beings and you need to have that foundation with them before anything else. You know, we wouldn't just jump into start taking pictures of somebody randomly. It's kind of like going on the street and then, you know, getting up in someone's face and just starting to take pictures of them. They're probably not going to respond very well. But if you go up to that person, have a conversation with them, hey, how are you? What's your name? You know, where are you from? You establish that connection with them. You're probably going to get a different picture. I really hope that you guys think about all of these tips I gave you. And I know that I'm not physically outside doing the photo shoot, showing you guys all this, but I do feel like these tips are still important, and knowing these things, you can have the knowledge to be equipped and ready for your next photo shoot. So now that you kind of study the poses and learn all those things, when you go to your next photo shoot, you're gonna feel more confident. So I really wish you guys the best of luck, and I hope that my tips were helpful. Now, let me know if you guys want me to do more videos like this, and also watch out for the posing video. It will be up soon, I promise. And I would just love to thank you guys so much for watching, and good luck.